Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Forever coming at you with another model. Today you're going to be reviewing the Gemini Jets Emirates Airbus A380-800 in the Wildlife #1 livery in a 1/200 scale model. I purchased this model from Troy's Toys based out of Overland Park, Kansas. His website is www.troystoysinc.com. Let me give you some heads up information about Emirates and how they came about. Emirates was conceived and founded on March 25, 1985 and commenced operations shortly thereafter. 7 months later, on October 25, 1985, and the airline's first inaugural flight destination was Emirates Flight EK600, which departed from Dubai to Karachi, Pakistan, using a used Boeing 727-200 aircraft. The corporate headquarters of Emirates is located in the Al Ghar district section of Deira, Dubai, United Arab Emirates, while its main hub and base of operations is located nearby on the grounds of Dubai International Airport, which is located approximately 3 miles east of Dubai. Emirates flies to 154 destinations in 81 countries across 6 continents from its global hub at Dubai International Airport in Dubai, with a fleet of 240 aircraft, which consists of 92 Airbus A380-800s, 10 Boeing 777-200LR longer-range worldliners, 10 Boeing 777-300s, and 128 Boeing 777-300ERs. And in addition to the 240 aircraft that Emirates currently operates in their fleet, the airline also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 224 aircraft, which includes 50 Airbus A380-800s, 24 Boeing 777-300ERs, 35 of the forthcoming Boeing 777-8Xs, and 115 of the forthcoming Boeing 777-9Xs, which both variants are scheduled to enter into their fleet sometime around 2020. And those aircraft, as we speak, are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery. As of 2017, Emirates is currently the world's biggest international carrier, as well as the 7th largest airline in the world in terms of revenue and the largest operating airline in the Middle East. Emirates is also the world's 4th largest airline in terms of international passengers carried. Emirates also operates 5 of the world's longest nonstop commercial flights from Dubai to Los Angeles, San Francisco, Dallas-Fort Worth, Houston, and Auckland, New Zealand. And also, as of 2017, Emirates currently operates as a certified 4-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine, and the Airbus destination code for Emirates in this aircraft is 61. Alright everybody, this is the front of the box. You see here the aircraft type right there, the model scale information, the Emirates decal right there, the computer generated picture of the aircraft, the front part of it, the United for Wildlife logo there, and the Emirates official store website right there at the bottom of the box. Okay folks, this is the back of the box. You look in here, I'm gonna scroll it down. There's the information right there. There's the computer generated picture of the aircraft, and then there's all the Gemini Jets deal right there, the official licensing product of Emirates, because Emirates gave them the go ahead to do this model. Okay, so with that said, let's put this up here down. So I'm gonna let you see the rest of the box on this model. Okay, it's a big box too. Okay, that's the top of the box. You see there the aircraft information, the scale, model information, and the Emirates logo there as well. And this is the bottom of the box here. See the left side of the box there, and the right side of the box. Okay, and this is the model that came with the stand here. It's a big, humongous model. They only have this for the A380s and the 747-8Is. And that little pad you see there, though, that's to prevent your model from being scratched and damaged when you put it on the stand here. Okay. Now, these little deals in this little plastic barrier, these are the gear replacements, featuring 2 little toothpicks there. I will go into detail for the purpose of these later on in the review. Okay, stay tuned for that part. All right. Okay, with all that information out of the way about Emirates, how they came into existence, still operating strong as one of the premier global air carriers on the planet today, all the details on the box in there, the model stand, and the gear replacements. So with no further ado, folks, here is the model. There it is, folks. The Gemini jets, Emirates Airbus A380-800 in the wildlife #1 livery in a 1/200 scale model. Now let me give you some information about the United for Wildlife livery, what this aircraft is, folks. On November 1st, 2015, Emirates unveiled their first Airbus A380 wearing a special livery in support of United for Wildlife, which is a global collaboration that unites the efforts of the world's leading wildlife charities in the fight against the illegal wildlife trade. This livery features 6 wildlife species threatened by poaching and the illegal wildlife trade, and aims to raise awareness. Sorry about that, folks. And aims to raise awareness of the illegal wildlife trade and communicate the need for urgent action. And as a result, Emirates made a decision to ban all trophy shipments when it comes to transporting wildlife products. This aircraft, bearing the registration ship number A6-EEI, is one of 5 Emirates Airbus A380s to display the United for Wildlife livery. Alright, so with that said, let's get down to the details and let me show you all the details on this aircraft. Shall we? Let's roll. Okay, now we're going to start on the port side of this aircraft, where you see the nose gears right there, featuring the gear struts right there. The nose gear door right there, featuring the registration number EI. The cockpit window, the windshield wipers. I'll show you a better visual view of those later on. There's the pitot tubes right there, the nose cone right there, and the Airbus A380-800 decal. Emirates became the second carrier to acquire this aircraft after Singapore Airlines, receiving their very first Airbus A380, which bears the registration ship number A6-EDA on July 28, 2008, and entered service on August 1st, 2008, with its first flight from Dubai to New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport, marking the first commercial arrival of a giant double-decker passenger plane on U.S. soil. Emirates is currently the largest operator of this aircraft. Speaking of that registration number A6-EDA, I just found out I actually flown on that aircraft on November 1st, 2015 from Hong Kong back to Dubai. Just found that out. A flight attendant gave me that information. Wow. Alright. And then right here, right by the L1 door, the United for Wildlife decal. The United for Wildlife was created by the Royal Foundation of Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and Prince Harry. This campaign was actually set up to put an end to the illegal wildlife trade, which is killing our planet's endangered species, as Emirates continues to use their platform to spread the awareness of the illegal trade of wildlife on their aircraft, refusing to transport any products that have been made from any of the endangered species. Okay, so I'm getting ready to show you all those right here. Okay, the 6 wildlife species decal you see right here across this fuselage. These are some of the animals that are becoming an endangered species as they face extinction as we speak. From left to right, here we go. The tiger, the lion, the gorilla, the rhino, the grizzly bear, the African elephants, and the baby elephants there as well. And then what you see there, those are the inboard landing lights right there. Okay, got an idea there. Okay, the engines you see here, folks, right here. Emirates currently uses the Engine Alliance GP72E engines on this particular Airbus A380 aircraft. However, the remaining 50 of the 142 Airbus A380s that Emirates has on back order will be powered by the Rolls-Royce Trent 900 engines. Okay, little bit of details right here. There's the engine cones right there. Engine cones right there. Now I'm going to turn these engines, that you see them from the front angle, and the fan blades do spin, folks. Alright, now you got a front angle of these engines, featuring the engine strikes on both of them, and the turbo fan blades do spin, as you see here, right there, and right here as well. It's a little challenge with this one. Okay, it's a little challenge with that one, but it usually spin, but it's a little challenge with that one. Okay, and then you got a better visual view of the inboard landing light right there. And now you're looking at the engines on the starboard side, featuring the engine strikes here and here as well. Start right here. Okay. Okay, and then you got a view of the inboard landing light here on the starboard side right there as well. Okay, now you got a front view of this aircraft. You got a better view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the pitot tubes right there in front, the antennas right there, the nose cone, and the gears right here, featuring the gear lights right there, very detailed right there as well. So with that said, I'm going to take it back to the port side and let you see more information over there as well. Alright, Emirates logo number 1, you see displayed here on the engines here, as well as the wingtip fences. Alright, you see there on the wingtip fence. This logo consists of the name Emirates written in Arabic calligraphic letters. However, the Emirates logo was remodified again in November 1999, and this logo is still in use today, as this logo can be seen on every Emirates aircraft engine. And by the wingtip fence here, you see the 2 red navigation lights right there in detail right there. Then we at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, you see the registration number A6-EEI. Registration ship number A6-EEI. This is Emirates 35th Airbus A380-800 aircraft, and the first test flight on this aircraft took place on January 17, 2013 and was delivered to Emirates on June 17, 2013. This aircraft is the first of 5 Airbus A380s to be painted in the United for Wildlife livery. Emirates has ordered a total of 142 Airbus A380s to add to their fleet, in which 92 of those, including this one, are currently operating in service, and the remaining 50 are on back order and are awaiting delivery. Now we're at the back of the tail here, the UA flag displayed on the tail. That's Emirates logo number 2 right here. This flag resembles the national flag of the United Arab Emirates, as Emirates is one of the national flag carriers of the UAE. Alright, now we're at the back of the aircraft. You see the strobe light right here by the APU, the auxiliary power unit, and then there's the hole right here. There's the hole right there. Now I'm going to turn around and let you see this whole aircraft from the rear view angle. Alright, there it is, the whole aircraft from the rear view angle. This model's so long though, I can only get so much on here, okay? But you get the idea about this model here. There's the APU exhaust hole right there. Okay, we're at the front of the aircraft on the starboard side, where you see the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the Airbus A380 decal, the pitot tubes, the nose gears, and the nose gear door right there, the partial registration number, the United for Wildlife decal, the front cargo container door, and the 6 animals, the tiger, the lion, the gorilla, the rhino, the grizzly bear, the African elephants, and the baby elephants there as well. And then you see the inboard landing lights right here I showed you earlier. And then there's the GP 7270 engines here, very detailed there, featuring the Emirates logo in calligraphic Arabic letters. And then you get right here, those are the bogey gears right there as well. And then you come over here, very detailed there. You see the green navigation light right there, and the Emirates logo on the wingtip fence on this side as well. Okay, I forgot to show you the bogey gears on the port side, but you got a better view on this side, the starboard side. See all the little details, the gears right there as well. Okay, we're at the back of the aircraft on the starboard side, where you see the rear cargo container door, the boat bin door. You see the baby elephants right there. See the registration ship number, and the Emirates logo number 2 here displayed here on their tail here as well. And you see the APU exhaust hole right there as well. Okay, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft and the undercarriage belly view of this craft, I usually roll my model, all that, but I'm not going to roll because the gears on here, they do not roll that good. That's the only flaw in this model. But however, the plane does tilt. See there? Okay. So with no further ado, I'm going to allow you to show you all the top part of this aircraft. So here we go. Let's roll. Okay, we're going to start at the front of the aircraft. You see the nose cone, the pitot tubes, the antennas right there, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the United for Wildlife decal on both sides, the antenna there, the SATCOM box right there, the 2 dual beacon lights right there, another antenna there, another antenna there. There's the vertical stabilizer right there. And the little dot you see there, as well as on this side here, folks, those are the illuminator lights that light up this tail here when it flies during nighttime. Okay. Now let's check these big old wings here, folks. No wing walkway, but there's the two big engines there, fuel dump valve, and the wingtip right there as well. Same over here. There's the GP7270 engines there, the fuel dump valve, and the wingtip over there as well. Now we're at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft. You see the nose cone, the closed gear, the gears right there, closed gear doors right there, a couple antennas there, and then you come right there, you see the big Emirates billboard underneath the belly of the fuselage. When you ever see this, when you look up and you see this belly, you already know it's an Emirates aircraft. And then there's the anti-collision beacon light right here in the belly. There's the hole where the stand goes in at. Then there's the two center bogey gears right there. There, right there. Then there's the Gemini Jets logo right there, antenna there. And then there's the APU auxiliary power unit doors right there. There's the horizontal stabilizer right there. Then we come over here, there's the gears on the starboard side there. Got a view of the GP72 engines, right? 7270 engines there. Fuel dump valve, the registration ship number, and the winglet right there, the wingtip fence right there. Same over here. Here, the engine's right there, fuel dump valve, and the wingtip fence over there as well. Okay, since I showed you the bird's eye view of this aircraft and the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft, now I'm going to put it on that big old stand over there that I showed you earlier. So here it is on the stand, folks. Okay, I finally got this model on the stand here. You see it in takeoff and landing position. You see all the bogey gears and all the front gears here intact right there. You see the nice little engines there, the wingtip fence. You see the whole livery intact right there, okay? Okay, now you're looking at the front angle of this aircraft with the model on the stand right here. You see how the wings flexing a little bit. See the big old GP72 engines right there and the gears intact. Okay, now you're looking at this aircraft from the starboard side. Everything's intact, the engines, the wingtip fence, the whole livery. And finally, looking at this model from the rear view angle. Now, if you ever flown an Airbus A380 and you sitting in one of those seats, it got the picture show you the whole aircraft from the tail cam angle. And usually be about right up in there, you see the whole aircraft. All right. Okay, before I take this model to stand, I got in this position for a reason, and the reason is I'm going to take these gears off here and let you see this model in a different position and then show you the purpose for the gear replacements. All right, so here we go. Take here, start here, start here, there, and there. All right. So with all that said, I'm going to let you see this model from a different angle. So here we go. Yeah, I finally got the model, got all the gears off the model. They all retractable. I'll show you there. 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 And there. Okay, these just I'm not going to show you all of them, okay? But you got an idea. Now, you got two options from this point on. You can continue displaying without the gears. However, if you want to display them without the gears, these are the purpose for the gear replacement. They're the substitute for the gears you see I just showed you right there. Or you can choose to leave them in the gear down position with the gears on there. That's your choice. I choose to leave mine on there, okay? So with that said, I'm going to put these gears on here, take this model stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review, okay? Okay, folks, the seating configuration. Emirates operates two versions of the Airbus A380, the long range and the ultra long range. However, on this particular Emirates Airbus A380-800, which is the long range Airbus A380, it seats 517 passengers in a 3-class configured cabin layout. Here's the breakdown. We're going to start at the upper deck, folks, from rows 1 to 4. That'll be from here to here. You have 14 first class suites in rows 6 to 26. That will be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have 76 business class seats and rows 41 to A8. That's the entire lower deck. That's from here all the way back here. You have 427 economy class seats. And finally, Emirates currently employs their Airbus A380s on routes from Dubai International Airport in Dubai to destinations such as Amsterdam, Auckland, Bangkok, Barcelona, Beijing capital, Birmingham, Brisbane, Copenhagen, Doha, Dusseldorf, Frankfurt, Guangzhou, Hong Kong, Istanbul, Johannesburg, Kuala Lumpur, Kuwait, London Gatwick, London Heathrow, Los Angeles, Madrid, Manchester, Mauritius, Melbourne, Milan, Moscow, Dumodo de Davao, Mumbai, Munich, New York JFK, Paris Charles de Gaulle, Perth, Prague, Rome, San Francisco, Seoul Incheon, Singapore, Shanghai Pudong, Sydney, Taipei, Tokyo Narita, Toronto, Vienna, Washington Dulles, and Zurich. Well, folks, this will conclude this model review. I don't know if you have this model or you plan on getting this model. I highly recommend it. I'm just waiting on them to do the wildlife number 2. That's even more better. So I'd like to know your comments and suggestions, and what are your opinions and objections to this model, and you plan on getting it. So with that said, I would love to hear from you. Take care. God bless. There's more coming. Stay tuned.